I firmly believe that should be grounds for disqualification for the win. Play the players that you have to play. You have to start a kicker. That is what the league says, right? That's whatever league you're in, and it says we have these positions. You have to have these people start. Play those players. You have to play those players. Good, bad, indifferent. Play those players. Do not, for any circumstances, and this was something that we had in our league. I'm very passionate about this, by the way. This was something that we had in our league. We used to have a head coach spot, which was contentious. It was you got 10 points if the team won by over 20, 5 points if the team won by less than 20, and then you started losing points if the team lost, right? 5 points if they lost by less than 20, 10 points you lost if they lost by over 20 points or whatever it was.
Don't forget the tie.
And the tie was minus 100, right? That would have been bad last year.
I think it was like 40 or something like
It was
that.
something
but
stupid, yeah.
We
If you
hammered
tied,
people for ties.
you would get hammered by the head coach, yeah. But it started coming to a point where people weren't playing the head coach in our home league. They weren't playing that spot because it was costing them points. That, to me, is cheating. That is not playing the game by the rules that have been established in your league. If you're not starting positions that you are required to start, you are cheating. And that's not in the essence. That's not in the, what's the word I want there? It's just not right. It's not what you're supposed to do. So play the players. If you are one of those people that is up by fractions of a point, you still have a kicker to go, and you take your lumps. You take the good, you take the bad. That's the facts of life. Play the players. Do not, for whatever reason, sit somebody so that you can coast to a win. Sit somebody that's playing Monday night, if it's a kicker or a head coach or a defense and special teams. Look, I took L's this week because the Vikings defense and special teams screwed me over. But I played them. You have to play them. That's the spirit of the game.
I see it both ways. I get why some people want to do that. And
no, that's cheating.
You know what?
That's cheating, and it's wrong.
Well, if they don't have a set of bylaws that dictate otherwise, then it's not against the rules. It might be against the spirit of the game, but it's not against the rules of the game. It's like baseball. It's the unwritten rules. I would never do that personally. You know what? I'll ride or die with the team I put out there. You know, if I'm up by fractions of a point, quite honestly, I've lost games because of adjustments. As if you play fantasy long enough, that happens. So if I'm only up by fractions of the point, I don't want to leave it to the system if they're making some adjustment because there was a stat miscalculation and then I lose a game that way. I will take my chances and run my kicker out there. Now, for those of you who might have started Stephen Gostkowski and lost your fantasy game because of it, please send us a screenshot on Twitter at GoodOldBoysFF. Like, I want to see it. So, you know, I see it both ways. I don't know that I'm nearly as passionate about it as Alex is, but it is something that I would never do. I'm going to fill out every single starting spot that I possibly can because at the end of the day, people have points championships that pay out. People have, you know, all sorts of different things. And quite frankly, I would much rather beat someone by 5 than by 1. It just adds to the bragging rights. A win's a win, but if I can bury your nose in it, I'm going to.